What's up, my brother? Kizaru might be one of the fastest, most annoying unit in One Piece Bounty Rush. But what if I told you there are ways to completely destroy him, even if you don't have a single counter unit? Today, I will show you the best characters that can counter Kizaru, and later, I will teach you how to outplay him even without them. So, enough yapping, and let's start countering. Hey, Salty the Baldy, why Kizaru is hard to counter? Okay, my brother, I got you. Before we talk about how to beat him, we got to understand why he's so strong, okay? It's not just his speed, it's his invincibility frames and how he punishes you when you try to grab treasure. And honestly, the number one problem is his basic attack. It's too fast, 100%. Sometimes it feels like you can't even react. You just gotta pray your dodge timing is perfect, right? Or get lucky when he's spamming too much. Next is his skill 1. This thing is busted. This skill is so busted, brother. It's fast, it hits hard, and it feels like he's invincible while using it. Most characters only get invincibility after the skill animation, but for Kizaru, it feels like he's untouchable the moment he starts pressing that skill 1. And don't even get me started on his map control, my brother. Teleport here, teleport there, slash here, spamming skill 1 there. You don't even know if it's his teleport skill or skill 1 when fighting him. That's why Kizaru counters like 90% of the units. It feels like there's no counter against Kizaru, but now we have, okay? If your team doesn't have someone who can stop him, it's basically a nightmare. Like, what can you guys do? You guys are cooked. Alright, let's jump straight into the hard counters. Number 1 is Boa. Okay, by the way, this is not in particular order, okay? Number 1 is Boa. This Boa just got buffed recently and now she's a legit Kizaru clapper. Okay, she's good, very good. I really enjoyed playing Boa against Kizaru, and I'm shocked that she can heal a lot fighting Kizaru. So if you don't have any characters to use, then you can use Boa. Number 2 is Judge. Judge is a monster in this meta, in my opinion. He's very good. He's tanky, he's immortal, by the way. He hits hard, and I think that's what we need for a unit. And by the way, he's a BF unit. Also, Boa is a BF unit. And this Judge right here, he doesn't just counter Kizaru, he's good against almost every meta characters. I'm not saying he's like a monster, but if you know what you're doing, he's very good. Alright, number 3 is Z. He was designed to counter Kizaru, okay? Z is very good, but in my opinion, in my perspective, it's kind of easy to clap Z. Yeah, I've been fighting some good Z players out there, but most of the time, I'm clapping those Zs out there. But he's a very good defender, by the way. Okay, number 4 is the Red Defender Green Bull, or let's call him Red Bull. He is also built to destroy Kizaru, and Kizaru only, in my opinion. Yeah, he can clap other units, but in the current meta, it's easy to clap Red Defender Green Bull. He struggles against Gear 5 Luffy in the current meta, so using him just to counter Kizaru, I think that is a bad idea. And speaking of Gear 5 Luffy, of course, he's another hard counter if you have him. Don't even stress about Kizaru, just master Luffy and you're good to go till the 7th anniversary. Now for the soft counters. Garp. He's not bad against Kizaru, but it's a fair fight in my opinion. He can clap Kizaru, but Kizaru can clap back. Next is Kuzan. His Chili is great for damaging Kizaru. And skill 2, that skill 2, my brother, can catch Kizaru off guard. So yeah, it's really good. But let's be real, okay? Kizaru's still the counter of Kuzan, of course. If you are in low elo, sure, you will dominate using Kuzan, but in top league, I think it's 50-50 though. Okay, next is S-Snake. This one's interesting. At some point, she can remove attack buffs when hit by a skill, right? And that helps your team a lot. At least you can help by just removing Kizaru's attack buff or attack increase at some point. And I think she's great for support, and yeah, just help your team by just removing the attack buff in Kizaru. But at some point, she's having a hard time against Kizaru. She's surviving at some point, but clapping Kizaru, nah. Okay, and lastly, yeah, Zoro. Zoro can counter Kizaru though, for real. But in today's league, you are not just fighting Kizaru, okay? You're fighting Saturn, Gear 5, and others. So unless you are a Zoro main, it's tough to survive with him right now. That's why I always say, don't just build to counter one unit. Build for the whole meta. You know, if your only counter is for Kizaru, what happens when Saturn shows up? That's why Judge, Z, and Gear 5 are such good picks in my opinion. They can handle multiple units or multiple meta characters. And I think that is very, very good. Instead of just focusing on countering Kizaru only. How to counter Kizaru without counter units. Now, here's where things get real. Let's say you don't have any of those counters. How can you still beat Kizaru? First, know this. To hit Kizaru with your skill, his HP needs to be below 97%. So your first goal, chip him down with basic attacks. Sounds easy, right? Not really. Kizaru players know that's their weakness, so they will play carefully. You gotta bait his dodge or his skills. Here's how I do it. Look at my gameplay right here. I used light element shanks, not even a counter unit in my opinion. I focused on sniping Kizaru first and baiting him using my teammates. And yeah, I'm baiting my teammates also. When I say baiting teammates, I mean let them fight first. Wait for Kizaru to use his dodge or his skills. And the moment he's vulnerable, that's your chance. If you see his HP drop below 97%, that's when you pop your skill and finish him if you can. It's all about patience, brother. Sometimes Kizaru targets you because he knows he can clap you, but sometimes he doesn't. If he does it, that's perfect. That's your window to punish. Yeah, you can use the map elevation. If you are not familiar with that, use the map elevation. And yeah, always check the minimap. You need to be aware, you know, and try to predict his teleport spot. And then yeah, you can surprise attack him. But it's not easy though. It's not easy. It's not that easy. It's hard actually. But once you pull it off, you can clap him. That's how I win fights even without counter units. It's not guaranteed. Sometimes you will get cooked, but with good timing and awareness, you will start clapping him consistently. And remember, have a plan A and plan B. If one plan fails, you need to adapt. Winning every game isn't the point. The goal is to learn, improve, and have fun. At the end of the day, my brother, meta units will always be the strongest, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun clapping them once in a while. So next time you see Kizaru teleporting around like D-Flash, don't panic. Bait him, punish him, and show that light man who's the boss. If this video helped you, drop a like and comment your favorite Kizaru counter below, my brother. So that's it for this video. You know the drill. Stay salty, stay awesome, and salty rock. Now signing off.